Welcome to NXT The Game, Season 1, Episode 3, and why this might not be a daily endeavor going forward. Right now, I am having a lot of fun on this sub, and we're going to continue. So let's get to the show. Without further ado. These are the results from the NXT Wrestling show being held by NXT Wrestling. It is in front of 2,688 people in Macon City Auditorium. The camera rolls and welcomes Renee Young, Tom Phillips, and Corey Graves, welcoming the fans to the show. Renee Young, welcome to NXT, guys. Corey Graves, glad to be here, Renee. Tom Phillips, yes, glad to be here. No specific comments. Renee Young, ad set up by Commish Regal last week on NXT. Tonight, we are going to see Bayley go one-on-one with Emma. Tom Phillips. Bayley seemed very excited last week for the opportunity to showcase her ability in front of these NXT fans. Renee Young. We will also see the NXT Tag Team Champions Blake and Murphy along with Alexa Bliss take on the team of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Corey Graves. The duo of Ciampa and Gargano have been lighting up the WNN on fire and make their debuts here tonight on NXT, and what an opportunity they have facing the Tag Team Champions. As Renee begins to continue to speak, she's cut off by some music. James Storm shows up. James Storm shows up interrupting the announce team and walks to the ring without his music on. James Storm has a microphone and begins to speak, but first turns to a fan chanting at him and tells him, "Don't piss me off," before he starts in. James Storm, last week, Samoa Joe, you beat me. You beat me square in the middle of the ring, but you did so by cheating. Your foot was on the rope, the fans saw your foot on the rope, the whole world saw your foot on the rope. The referee, however, did not see your foot on the rope. Now, I'm not one to complain, but the cowboy here has a point, and the whole world knows it. Regal, get your commissioner ass out here and restart the match from last week. I'm ready to fight. William Regal. James, I brought you into NXT because of your tremendous wrestling ability, not for your tremendous whining. However, the result of last week's main event in question definitely has left a sour taste in my mouth. Here in NXT, we pride ourselves in doing what is right and upholding the law. And what happened last week? That was outside of the law. The fans loudly cheer and chant at James Storm. William Regal. Be that as it may, I'm unsure how I can award you last week's victory because, well, you didn't win. However, tonight in the main event, you are going to go one-on-one with Samoa Joe again. And if you win, then maybe we can talk about Samoa Joe music hit stopping William Regal dead in his track. Bitch, bitch, bitch. I've heard this for years, James. William, let me take care of this for you. James, if you beat me tonight, you can have my damn spot against Finn Balor, NXT TakeOver eating. Storm not only approves. William Regal. Joe, that's kind of you, but officially... Joe, that's kind of you, but you officially won the match last week, and I'm not going to take you out of that match. No, the sponsors have already been made aware of your participation. However, I will do this, James. If you win tonight, capital I, capital F, you will be added to that match at NXT TakeOver Eden, and the main event for the vacant NXT Championship will turn into a three-way dance. The NXT Championship Tournament storyline has advanced with this segment. Now, I normally don't like to go outside the realms of a tournament format, but this was a rare situation given what happened last week. In an extremely short match, Zack Ryder defeated Ty Dillinger in 5 minutes by pinfall. Zack Ryder had debuted his fun babyface gimmick. The intense physicality of the match was too much for some fans. Interesting, because I didn't think this match was too intense. The camera backstage cut to Simon Gotch and Aiden English working out with what appeared to be sandbags and filled with cement paint tubs. Cement-filled paint tubs, excuse me. Aiden English. We have talked to Commissioner Regal, and next week we're going to see myself and Simon go 2-on-2 in hand-in-hand combat against Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. Simon Gotch. Indeed, Aiden. Regal informed us. Regal informed us that he's keeping tallies on the tag teams and will be deciding who the number one contenders are to be Blake and Murphy's championships in the coming weeks and who gets the shot at the pay-per-view. Aiden English handed a face turn and got a poor reaction. Unfortunately, as I told you guys in my last event, I couldn't get away with non-debuting guys and turning them, so we're going to just have to handle the turn and take the bad scores while it goes. Not necessarily happy with it, but what are you going to do? Have to do it. And about that had solid in-ring action, but not in the much way crowd heat. Blake and Murphy defeated Gargano and Ciampa in 708 when Buddy Murphy defeated Johnny Gargano by pinfall. Blake was off his game. Bliss did some good work. Gargano and Ciampa got really good, strong ratings for their in-ring work. I don't know why the match physicalities are a little too much. Maybe I need to take those down a little bit. I haven't messed with anything, so I'm a little unsure. Bayley is shown sitting backstage getting ready for her match against Emma. Finn Balor is backstage now, talking into the camera. Finn Balor. Last week I earned the right to head to NXT TakeOver Eden to face Samoa Joe due to James Storm's constant bitching and a technicality. Tonight if he wins, Joe... freaking A, I apologize. Tonight if he wins, Joe... Excuse me again. Due to James Storm's bitching and a technicality, if he wins tonight versus Joe, the match will be turned into a triple threat. Is that fair? No. But will I outlast and overcome? Absolutely. I'm not scared of a little extra competition, and I'm certainly not scared of James Storm. Be it me versus Samoa Joe or me versus Samoa Joe versus James Storm, the result at NXT TakeOver Eden is going to be the same, and that's me walking out with the NXT Championship around my waist. In a match that had some good action and average heat, Bayley defeated Emma in 7 minutes when Emma was disqualified when Dana Brooke brutally turned on Bayley. During the match, we had Dana Brooke run in and attack Bayley. Again, we're turning people. We don't really have a choice. What we have to do is start the file. I didn't mess with stuff before, so unfortunately, that's what we have to do. After having just attacked Bayley, Dana Brooke helped up Emma, and the two just stand over Bayley laughing. The two hug and raise one another's arms as the scene cuts out. The camera finds Triple H backstage with William Regal. Triple H. So I see the deal with Shimmer is completed. William Regal. Yes, we finalized paperwork this week. NXT will be working with Shimmer to showcase more women. Triple H. Good. Triple H pauses and then continues. You really think giving James Storm another chance into the main event at NXT TakeOver Eden was a good idea? I think that here in NXT we're going to hold ourselves to the truest, most high standard. Giving James another chance because of a mistake and a loss that was because no fault of his own was the right thing to do. Triple H pauses, thinks and nods before walking out of the room, leaving Regal to wonder what he was thinking before he left. The camera zooms out and shows Prince Pretty backstage. They're funny, you know, losing streaks, Tyler would go on to say. They don't happen often to me, but when they do, you can't just seem to shake them. Next week, I'll have my chance when I go one-on-one with Bull Dempsey. Tyler poses with the selfie sticks, piercing his lips. Finn Balor's music now hits as he poses on the ramp with a chair and slowly makes his way towards the ring to sit down and watch the main event at ringside. Excuse me. In a match that had some good action and average heat, James Storm defeated Samoa Joe in 13 minutes by pinfall with the Eye of the Storm. Another intense physicality of the match. I'm not sure why I'm getting such intense match ratings, but I will definitely check it out. After having just won the match, James Storm laughs at Samoa Joe as he poses on the ring. The camera pans to Finn Balor ringside looking on and then up to William Regal at the top of the ramp. It appears at NXT TakeOver Eden we will now have a triple threat three-way dance for the vacant NXT Championship. Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe versus the newly added James Storm. Again, a 10 popularity increase, a 1 popularity decrease. Not sure why. I need to check the physicality of the matches. I think this was my worst show in terms of quality of announcing. I apologize. It is really late. I should have probably done this tomorrow, but I got excited and wanted to record another edition for everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this edition, and I expect the next one to be out tomorrow or Saturday evening. Have a wonderful night.